Hello everyone, my name is Sunny and today's reading is going to be a soulmate pick a card. So who is your soulmate is the question. So go ahead and stop the video if you feel like you need more time, contemplate on the question, on your energies around you, and I'll see you at your pile selection. So we have 3 piles. Remember, this is from left to right. That's usually what I like to do. Pile 1, 2, and 3. So once again, the question is who is your soulmate? And I'll see you at your pile selection. You may go ahead and select more than one pile. Totally fine. There could be a few messages for you in one and then a few more on another, or sometimes it could be several even soulmates. It's not just one particular soulmate, but only you know what resonates to your specific situation. And I will start with number 1. So pile number 1, let's get a close-up of your cards. Pile number 1, you have the Ace of Cups upright. So I will let you have a close-up of this card before I go ahead and put it down, right? Sometimes when I put the cards down, you can't always tell easily with this. So pile number 1, you have the Ace of Cups upright. Your soulmate is, well, it doesn't matter, it's fine. I was thinking about the light that just kind of comes. I'm sorry. Sorry, pile 1. Let me see if I can move this. There you go. Okay. Let me just move this. Sorry, I will start with you in a bit. Pile 1. So, pile 1. What is your, sorry, my nasal, yeah, I sound a little bit nasal today. Your soulmate is somebody who's gonna come to you. I feel like this person's gonna come to you rather than you go to them. Like, if in the sense where they're gonna have the first interaction, they're going to want to approach you first before you need to. I think they're someone that wants to extend their coffin. I think they're gonna be very open and with their emotions and what they need or want from the situation, or how they slowly want to approach you. They're not gonna scare you away. I think your soulmate's someone that's going to approach you with caution, but it's like a caution where you basically give the, not like notes, but you more or less give them the idea of how fast or how slow he or she, right? Again, men are also available. Unavailable, like, men also watch my videos. So, where was I? Sorry. I spaced out. So, you will allow them to they will give you the space to feel comfortable in that, the way they're going to approach you. They will read your body language and your notes, your social cues. They're very good at emotional social cues as well, but they're someone that's going to read your body and read your gestures and your facial expressions a lot, because they want to know that you're going to be comfortable with the idea of them approaching you and not scare you off, right? I think there's someone that's going to be very cautious in that manner. Overall, this is someone that's going to be very open and kind-hearted, someone that's possibly soft-spoken. Whether this is a man or a female, they're going to be soft-spoken, kind, considerate. That's what's coming up for me a lot for this pile. There's someone that's going to be very considerate, and I think that overall they're going to be, likely you could meet them in a creative scenario. This is someone that may work with their hands, or you work with them. So maybe they're like typing, or maybe you're typing online, or maybe because it's just like water energy still. So I feel that whether it's like you meet them in summer, or you meet them in close to water areas, or someone that's very in touch with his or her emotions, I think this person or individual is going to be very creative. They're going to work with their hands. They're going to be likely, possibly, I don't know if I keep thinking of like this person works in like computer or like customer service or things like that, where they have to basically deal with people and know how to talk to them. For some reason, that's what this pile gives me. I think this person is going to be very, very, they're going to be, I feel like this person's a little bit different than what you're used to, pile number 1. I think that this person might have come in a place where, not a place, but in a time and place where you weren't exactly expecting them, or you were trying to maybe like balance your energy, like not your energies, but balance your lifestyle, and not really focus so much on like that love aspect. But I think this person's going to be kind of like slips under the radar, where they kind of just disarm you. There you go, that's the word. They disarm you quite I can't even say that inconspicuously. I can't say that word, I'm sorry, but you won't see it coming. So overall, I think that you're going to be you're very, very open to this person. You're going to be balancing. I feel like there's just so much balancing here. You're trying to balance your life. I think I got a confirmation card right now on the side, and it's the Temperance upright. So for you, pile 1, I think you're trying to moderate. I'll leave it here. You're trying to moderate yourself in some ways, maybe like balancing between personal and work life, or personal life and like home life, personal, like, wait, did I say that right? Yeah, personal life and friends and family, and maybe even if you're like still going to school, like your education, you're trying to find a balance first and foremost in you, but this person's going to be sneaking up on you in that sense. It's a very open-hearted, warm energy. Overall, this person is going to be very not they're not boring, but they're someone that's very in flow. They're gonna go with whatever needs to be done in the day, whether you want to speak to them, they'll respect the privacy that if you don't want to speak to them that day, or text them a different time period, like it just really just, they won't get so much in your way, in your space, and you appreciate that because you like that they read your body language quite well. It's a new love prospect, a very different prospect. But yeah, I think this person, there you go, I don't know why I didn't think of this before. This person is very intuitive. It's a water, I think it's like strong water chart energy, but yeah, this person's very intuitive. Intuitive, pile 1. That's your soulmate. You'll definitely meet in the spring, summertime, in a lovely outside place, probably close to a park, rivers, and oceans, and maybe like water parks, even at that, close to maybe like a garden at that, but it's a scenic view. I think you both appreciate that scenery, and that's where you guys kind of go to decompress and stuff. So I feel that's more or less the scenario. So maybe like a vacation time, a getaway time period. So yeah, this person's going to be offering their cup right to you. It's up to you whether you decide to accept it right away or take your time. Again, this isn't someone that's going to push you to say yes or no right away. This is someone that's going to be in flow with the emotions that you both create, if that's what you want to offer, right? But again, this person's very intuitive, can read through your body language and your signs, so you won't have too much issues like with communication. Communication is going to be pretty okay with this person. But again, you decide. So I hope that helped pile 1. I will start with pile number 2. So pile number 2. A close-up of your card. You have the 2 of Swords reversed. So I will give you like a few more seconds. Just a few seconds to kind of, really just get to know your card. So pile number 2. I think I'm gonna have the same issue as pile number 1. There you go. I'm just gonna scoot it up so you don't get that glare from the light. Pile number 2. Your soulmate. Who is your soulmate? Your soulmate is someone, maybe you were attracted to pile 1, but this person is someone kind of an introvert and a little bit of soft-spoken introvert, or someone that's quite shy, or timid, just hermit mode. I think someone that's, whether this is a female or male, whatever your preference is, this is someone that's not going to be coming about like in your face. You meet them in a space where they're comfortable with. This isn't a description of use necessarily, but they're going to be comfortable talking to you when they feel that their inner world is at peace. I don't think this person's going to easily just come in being like full force, like a very dynamic person in the sense like fire signs. They're very up close and personal and in your face. And this doesn't give me that energy. This is someone who's kind of, maybe they could be a little bit private. Again, this is someone that's, I'm trying to think of their personality before I give you more details, but more so this is someone who's very decisive as well. So I think they can make quick judgments on whether they like you as a person or not. Overall, this person, whether so the minute they speak to, not necessarily you, but as a person close to you, they have to work in proximity or something. They basically, when they make up their mind, they're judging them by their actions, morals, and values. And that's how they judge a person as to how close or how compartmentalized they want them to be next to them, right? So I think that when it comes to you, I think that this person would make up their mind quite fast. Not quite fast, because, okay, they're going to take their time to get to know you. And once they get to know you, which they're going to take their sweet time to get to know you, and same vice versa. That's when they'll make their decision of they like you as a person. So they're quite decisive once they make up their mind, but they will take up their sweet time. So this isn't someone who's going to be quick. I know this sword energy, reverse, is someone who's just not going to be quick. It's going to take their time, or they're going to come in right when you least expect it because you thought you weren't going to meet them right. And likely this scenario is like they're going to take their mind, I feel, because they're in their head, and it's not that they're confused, but they really want to think about all the possible scenarios in case something doesn't work out, or in case it works out. They want to know the ins and outs of everything. They're a very thought-provoking person, but they also want to think carefully. They want to tread carefully. They're not going to be kind of full force, like, what's that word? I'm trying to think of the action. They're not someone that's going to be jumping into situations or situationships where they lose control, right? They like to really think about things quite well. And they're not someone who's going to be confused about you. They're going to know they want to, be in a formal union with you because they've made up their mind, likely by this time that they get to know you, right at the end of the period that they're comfortable with. Again, this is someone who has to take their time to be comfortable with you as a person. So once that period is over, then I think it's likely they could possibly not attack you, but like, okay, now let me go back to this person and let it be known that I'm interested. I think this person's going to be, I feel this person, whether it's female or male, is someone who's going to be, who treats you great, but they will treat the situation, well, not situation, but the relationship, right? If you do, right, go ahead with this actual relationship with this person. Again, soulmates is someone that's your soulmate, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be in a relationship with them. You could just dismiss it. But again, this could be someone who's meaningful to you. I think they're going to fight to the nail with others should they try to take advantage of you or try to make for some reason I think that you're a very kind person, but people take advantage of that, so they try to one up you, or they try to like for some reason I think that you do a lot of work, and they see that you have good values instilled on you, and because you have that, you don't purposely try to attack others, but they don't appreciate that. They don't appreciate the gestures that you do for yourself, for others, and others try to take credit for that, or they try to make you look bad, things like that. So they will definitely put people in their place. It's more like a verbal, like, communication kind of thing, where they would put them in their place. They could, whether they find loopholes or whether they just stand up for you and are confrontational for you, that's the kind of person they are. That doesn't mean they want to do that all the time. They're quite private, but if it's necessary, they can very much step up to the plate. But overall, I think this is a really positive person, very sweet, but they kind of hide that away from people, and they only let certain people kind of see that and be open to that, because again, they must have their reasons why they're kind of, in their own space where they feel safer with those boundaries. To each their own. But again, I think this person is going to be a very lovely person with you. They're going to be considerate of you. They will talk to you with a lot of love. And someone that's going to really think about the words they tell you so that they don't push you away. But I think overall this person would lovely as they can be, could have a bit of a sharp tongue when it comes to others trying to, whether they make fun of you or they try to make a fool of you or they take advantage of your kindness. They will show their swords, right? You can meet them at a crossroads, in the sense where they could have, you and this person could have, you guys could have options or decisions to make, and somehow you end up maybe speaking to each other about it or just venting, and that could be where you meet. Or another location would be like during the nighttime, winter time, fall time. I just feel like these are colder time periods, and it's gonna take you quite some time. So maybe you're seeing this in summer, and you would meet. It doesn't mean you're gonna meet them the following fall or winter time, but more so maybe the next year and so on. They're gonna take their time to kind of come in. So yeah, I hope that helped pile number 2. I'm gonna start with pile number 3. Select a different pile that you were attracted to. So, close up of pile 3. Pile 3, you have the 10 of Wands upright. So this is a close up of you, pile number 3, your soulmate. Well, your soulmate, not you. So, take a few seconds to kind of look at it. So pile number 3, your soulmate is someone that's kind of pushing through a lot. Pushing through their boundaries, pushing through like work. Someone that has to constantly they have to kind of put up with people's BS, I feel. And that's tiresome, I think. Overall, this person's someone who's going to be very, how could I say? Someone who's, I think this person's going to be, I feel for some reason, sorry, I'm spacing out a little bit, mostly because I was like drinking some water. I think someone who's likely you're going to be meeting this person in a work scenario, or it could be like school, but I feel like I don't necessarily feel they want to be doing these things. That's what it feels like. So even if you weren't meeting in these settings, you would be meeting this person. Like if it's a family reunion or like a family friend or like a friend that comes to a party, you guys are kind of pushing through the day, but it's not necessarily because you want to. It's because you're forced to kind of be there because you have an obligation, a responsibility. That's what I feel like. Maybe they could be, even though this isn't a Capricorn card, it gives me Capricorn. I just can't help but feel that it's someone that has to, they have responsibilities and they push through to finish them. They don't like it, but they kind of push through. They have a lot of heavy burdens on their shoulders and just they have a chip on their shoulders. Whether it's emotional also, because it might stress them out a bit also and kind of mess with their mental space. Maybe emotional a little bit, but I think their mental space is just tired. Sorry, I took more sips. It's getting really, really hot already in my room. But yeah, I think this person likely is going through big changes. For some reason, I don't know if I did this for pile number 2. I did pull a confirmation card for pile number 2. But I didn't show it. It was mostly for me. I think I did show pile number 1. I forgot. It's because it's been a bit. I'm just recording a few videos and then I kind of forget where I stand. But for you, your confirmation card, you have the Death card reversed. So I do feel that this person's going through a lot of inner turmoil and someone who's working through a lot, but they're going through a lot of changes. Whether you can see this or not, I don't think you can see it necessarily. This is like someone who's going through maybe a change of perspective, change of philosophy, a change of mentality, of self-worth. There's so many things that are valuable to this person, but nobody else can see that. They keep that to themselves and internally, and I think that they push through the day-to-day stuff. That's what it feels like. And this person's trying really hard to make it look effortless, possibly, but I think some people can see their struggle. I think you could likely see their struggle. I think this person has a tunnel vision, plan, and maybe when they approach you, besides the fact that I'm giving you some scenarios where they could be doing right, when they approach you, it could be after hours of after work, after class, or in an after party. It just feels like they're dreaded, like they dreaded the place where you might have met, but it's a good indication if they met you, right? But they just feel like it was worth it, right? I think this person possibly this person could, for some of you, it could be older than you, someone who's been through a lot, right? And they're walking away from situations that weren't favorable for them, or they're starting new. They're trying to start anew in a different place and in different scenarios. This includes their personal life, and that's how you meet your soulmate. Your soulmate is someone that wants to change, and they see the positive change, and they like that. I think there's someone that's going to approach you, but even though this is like kind of fast energy, I feel they're just to the point. They don't waste time. There you go. But they also want to take their time to get to know you, I feel. They're coming in fast, but they're going to take a reasonable amount of time to get to know you, as well as for them to change whatever needs to be changed from them. because they think that some things are necessary if they want to not carry this much amount of burdens. They're likely starting fresh and starting new, and I think you're part of that plan. Pile number 3. But yeah, I think this person's gonna be attractive to this person's gonna be attractive to you because they're much different than when you expected them to be. They have a lot of pain and a lot of scars, but I think overall this person's going to be letting you know what, I guess once you get to know, once you get to know them, you see how much character they've built, and that instantly attracts you. And they become a lot more physically attractive. Not that they were ugly, but it's one of those like acquired tastes, I guess, or have very peculiar features that you find kind of attractive in that mature way. Whether this is a female or male, but they're just responsible, mature, and you'll like that. So yeah, I hope that helped pile 3. This person's going through a lot of change. You're going to meet them through a different change, different personality, different change in the sense where they appear one way, but they're a different way internally. And I think that they carry a lot of responsibilities, but they might share that with you in that sense where they might decompress and really get to know them in a better way. I think this person's going to be, for some reason, I think this person's going to be taller than you and kind of broad shoulders. Applies to females too. Lighter hair, but yeah, a very tired soul that needs a little bit of rest. And they come to you for that rest. You allow them to rest emotionally. So I hope that helped pile 3. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And have a great day because you made it a great day, not because I told you to. And thank you all for sticking by, for listening, and bye-bye.